Good morning and welcome back to Condo Craze and HOAs. We're here each Sunday at 11 a.m. on 850 WFTL in South Florida, and we're live on YouTube on Condo Craze and HOAs, our channel. I'm Karen Curtis, and I'm here again today with attorney Eric Glazer from Glazer & Sachs. He's board certified in Community Association Law and Florida Condominium and Plan Development Law. And he has a firm with attorneys right here in Fort Lauderdale and also in Orlando. And we're here each week to answer all your calls and emails about the issues that make life in your condominium or HOA absolutely crazy from one week to the next. And we'd love to get the phone lines going early or our YouTube chat going early, answering all of your condo and HOA questions, also finding out what you're thankful for. And
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'm thankful for this beautiful day here in South Florida. No matter where you are in the state, the world, you can give us a call toll free in the studio, 877-850-8585. VJ will answer the call. And again, it's 877-850-8585. Or visit us on Condo Craze and HOAs on the channel on YouTube and ask your question in the chat box.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Everybody ready for a short week, right?
Yes.
3 days of work this week, and that's it. All right. Good week ahead. If you're a fan of the show, just don't forget to subscribe to two things. Number one, the Condo Craze and HOAs channel on YouTube. You can watch the show live, and not only that, you can watch other shows that we've previously done in the past. You should also subscribe to our email list, pretty important, at condocrazeandhoas.com. By joining each week, so you can get emails about the show, our blog, our free seminars, our newsletters, updates on the law, and a whole lot more. You can also now follow the show on Facebook, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify. By the way, we do a blog every single Monday morning at hoa-condoblog.com. Again, hoa-condoblog.com. Tomorrow's topic, it's Thanksgiving. So what are you thankful for in your community? And we're going to talk about that this morning, as a matter of fact. But before we do that, just want to touch again on something that we spoke about last week. I let everybody know last week that starting in 2024, January, this show, the Condo Craze and HOAs show, will no longer be broadcast here on 850 WFTL, and we're only going to be broadcast live on the Condo Craze and HOAs channel on YouTube, so you will need either a computer or a smartphone.
Yeah, you're probably listening on your smartphone
exactly,
now
right.
Anyway, and it's been an amazing run. We have been on 850 for 15 years.
Absolutely.
And, we're moving forward with technology because this is where it really is going to take off.
Right, and you don't want to take. I say this not to anything disparaging to 850. You just want to take the show in perhaps just a different direction. That's all.
Yeah.
And like Karen said, it's certainly been an amazing run here at 850, and I really again want to thank 850 WFTL for helping me make the show what it is today. So popular. I sincerely appreciate it. So we'll still have a few shows here left on 850, and when 2024 comes around, please look for us live on YouTube.
And don't think you can't call into the show. You're going to be able
to
to call in.
Everything will be the same.
We're also going to be able to see you.
Right.
We'll give you the phone number eventually.
Yeah,
but
we'll probably be able to take calls where you can actually see the viewer's face. Like you said, it's a whole different type of a platform.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
You're also going to be able to see our show at your convenience on Spotify, Apple, and, of course, on YouTube. So, if you miss it, you can still watch it.
Exactly.
They're all there.
Right, exactly. Big week lies ahead. It's Thanksgiving. And, is there anybody out there who doesn't like Thanksgiving? Who doesn't like Thanksgiving? It's got to be, other than turkeys, I guess, right? but who doesn't? Right? It's the holiday that I think everybody agrees upon. Everybody looks forward to it.
You're right.
No two ways about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and there's so much negativity in the world today, of course, internationally speaking. Israel at war with Hamas, and our own country seems right in the brink of problems with Iran.
Yeah, right. And their proxies, it's incredible. Food prices are still high. Nothing changes. Food prices are still high. Gasoline prices still high. Interest rates stymie the real estate market. The real estate market isn't moving. Your paycheck obviously is buying less and less. COVID is somehow still hanging around. It's still hanging around, believe it or not.
I'm noticing people who got the vaccine, though, are getting COVID.
Are getting it.
Getting it.
No comment. I know we can do a couple of shows on that.
I mean, I got the vaccine, but I mean, all these new boosters.
I'm one of those people who, let's just put it this way, don't necessarily feel that an injection was good for a lot of people, maybe 50 years old and less, who probably could have got by without it, and instead it caused some serious problems to a lot of people that I know personally. I wouldn't say that if I didn't know it personally. That's all I can tell you. So I'm not saying it was a terrible thing. the shots and the boosters. I get it if you're elderly, absolutely, but for people that ordinarily younger and can fight the common flu and stuff, I don't think for a lot of people it was the right thing to do.
Actually,
I'll leave it at
DOJ is adding 8 attorneys too because there's class action suits now brewing.
that. Oh,
And
really?
they've added 8 attorneys to help litigate those cases.
Against the drug companies?
Well, no, the government that forced people to get them.
Oh, right.
And
I
also
see.
the drug company. Well, they have to. The drug companies are immune,
Right.
so they have to overthrow that immunity.
Oh, wow.
And if they're able to throw then
Wow.
so all this is in the works, but
Well,
it's
look,
crazy.
We're taking a show on different direction this morning, but wasn't it the world's largest guinea pig experiment at one time? When you think about it,
Well, I think when people were forced to take it
Right.
or lose their job,
yeah, it was
in the
it was crazy.
military, yeah. So
But we were all forced, into a situation. But let's get back. We diverse there for a second. Today, Karen and I, we want you to think positive. Okay?
yes,
You owe it to yourself. Let's run in the other direction. Let's put on that smiley face, turn that frown upside down, okay?
yeah.
Try
now
to
that
do
you just
today.
ran everything up the
Right,
flagpole
right,
and dumped
exactly.
everything. Today, we want to tell you to tell us some of the things that you're thankful about, and we don't just mean your family. We also want to narrow it down to your condo or HOA.
Is it possible, right, that you live in a community with a board of directors composed of people who have served for many years and have done a great job? Believe me, those people don't get enough credit on this show, but there are members of boards that have been on for decades
Oh,
for
yes.
no money,
No
that have
money.
done the job selflessly. And I tell you, if they don't deserve a thank you on Thanksgiving, I don't know who does. And maybe your maintenance crew is fantastic at your condominium. How about the manager of your community? Maybe they make it a friendly place. Remember, they're the face of your community.
They are.
The manager is like the first one that you meet. So having a great manager is so important. But like I said, there are boards that have just served endlessly, never complained, never took a penny,
Did the right
and
thing.
have done the right thing.
Yeah.
So how about this? I'll start it off.
Okay.
I'm thankful for the members of the board in my community. I'll tell you that.
You're in an HOA.
Yeah, I'm in an HOA, and I'll be honest. I've previously been asked to join the board in my community.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
I've been asked to join
Yeah.
the board too.
I'd
'cause-
rather jump out of an airplane without a parachute. That's how I feel. So I'm thankful for those people in my community that make the hard decisions for me. I sincerely appreciate it. I think about my community, and I think about an older woman who goes every morning and sits by the lake and feed the ducks, and I'm very thankful seeing her.
You have a beautiful
Every
community.
single
The trees.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely. Certainly thankful for the police officer that keeps our community safe. And Karen, you moved into a new community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you got to be thankful for it.
Yes.
Absolutely, right?
Oh yeah, I went for a walk with my dad this morning and Nini Ann Sanchez, our dog,
Yeah.
and it was beautiful. There's not a cloud in the
No,
sky.
beautiful
Everything's
day
so
today.
well manicured.
Say?
Your
Your landscape company. Maybe that's
Yes.
something else, someone else to be
Yeah,
thankful
well,
for, right?
yeah.
Keeping the place looking beautiful.
The walkways are beautiful. I mean, it's really nice.
We
It's,
do
it's
live in
very
heaven, yeah.
nice. You do pay maintenance and all that, but it's worth it.
Sometimes
And it's safe. It's gated.
it's gated too. So it's your security company. How about
My
that?
security company,
Okay.
the people at the gate.
Absolutely. Now, sometimes we tend to forget. Believe me, get out of Florida for a little bit. Go up north where you probably came from. Go back there for a few days and see how people are living up there again and figure out why you moved, and you understand that really you do. There's no question. Look out the window.
There's not.
We-
There's
we
one
li-
cloud.
Yeah, we live in paradise. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't remember it, but the
Yes.
truth
No,
is,
I'm appreciative.
compared to almost the rest of the country, almost sometimes certainly the rest of the world. See how the rest of the world lives. Go to Europe. Now, even
Yeah.
Europe. Where are they on top of each other?
Right.
On top. Look how anybody when you go to Europe, anybody live in a beautiful HOA community like we
Are
live
there
in?
HOAs in
Yeah,
Europe?
not that I've ever seen. No, everybody seems cramped living together. Millions of people in one place. We live in paradise, and we seem to forget it.
No.
So
And then half the state lives in a condo or an HOA.
Absolutely,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
this is the way of life down here.
it's impossible to find a place now that's not in a condo or
That's right.
HOA. An article about that recently. So a lot to be thankful for, guys. I really believe that. But now I'm going to throw it back to you. It's your turn. Call us here in the studio. Let us know what you're thankful for. It's not too difficult. Believe me, it's not too difficult. Me and Karen just said a whole bunch of nice things about our community. It's not too difficult to say something nice about your community. And you want to say something nice about what else you're thankful for, your family, your kids, etc. your mother-in-law. Doubt that. But let's
Right.
give it a shot, okay? Give us a call in the studio,
You're
877-850-8585, 877-850-8585, or drop us a line in the Condo Craze and HOA box on YouTube.
Management companies, and there are very small management companies. And I think Affinity sits somewhere in the middle of that, where they are big enough to provide you with all of the back of the house services, the accounting, the infrastructure, the support systems, but small enough to be high touch.
We believe at Affinity that we do the 9 to 5 so that you don't have to do that.
Oh no! An unexpected leak! Jay, you know that's no way to solve a roof problem. Call Best Roofing. We solve roof problems.
We are DMI Paving and Seal Coating, Florida's parking lot experts. We specialize in asphalt paving and repair, including pothole repair, seal coating using JC7 or polytar, concrete curbs, ramps, and walkways, and striping and pavement marking, as well as ADA compliance. We service commercial properties, including homeowners associations, apartment communities, shopping malls, warehouses, stadiums and arenas, and more. Experience is worth more than anything in an industry like ours, and our staff has decades of it. We have specialized equipment for any job, regardless of size, saving you time and money. DMI has a reputable history. We have been in business since 1956. We serve the state of Florida from 6 locations. Let us bid on your next parking lot project. Visit us online at dmipavingandsealcoating.com.
Rimkus Consultants offer the professional expertise to help condominium and cooperative communities provide safe, compliant buildings for their tenants. We have more than 170 Florida licensed engineers and architects who are experienced with local regulations and can assist with Senate Bill 4D compliance. We can help with milestone structural inspections, capital expenditure evaluations, structural integrity reserve studies, and developer transition reports. Focusing on energy, resilience, maintainability, and sustainability, our experts can help with every phase of the building life cycle. For mitigation after a catastrophic event, building restoration, repair and remediation consulting, or Senate Bill 4D inspections, please visit rimkus.com.
850 WFTL and our YouTube channel, Condo Craze and HOAs. You can see Eric Glazer, who's board certified in Community Association Law, and me, Karen Curtis. And you can give us a call, 877-850-8585. I think one line is available, or you can ask us a question in the chat box on YouTube.
Let's see what some of our listeners say about what they're thankful for. Art writes in, happy to have higher condo fees to fund the reserves so we can maintain or raise the value of what is the most valuable thing I own, my real estate, my condo. How awesome is that?
That was nice. That's very
Art,
positive.
you're a bright guy. Here's somebody who is smart enough to realize that, hey, I know things are going up, but when, in fact, we're going to need a large expense, that money's going to be there.
Right.
Right? And we're not going to have to hit everybody with a tremendously large special assessment. I was at a condo, not a condo, I was at an HOA this week, as a matter of fact, where there really wasn't much of a reserve. And this is an HOA. This isn't even a condo.
Right,
Think about it. This is an HOA where there's really not that many things
No collapsing.
that they have to take care of. But in this particular HOA, it was like townhouses. So the HOA was responsible for all the roofs. So, of course, all the roofs went at once. The pavement went at once. You know, gutters on people's homes. So everybody got hit. Ready? In an HOA, $33,000
Each?
in an HOA. So for those of you who live in an HOA who think that this can't happen to you,
Whoa.
find out if your HOA is responsible for everybody's roofs. It can, and at some point will. Just remember what I just said.
Of course it will.
Because eventually the roofs are going to have to be replaced. So at some point it can, and at some point it definitely will happen to you, that even if you live in an HOA, if they're responsible for the roofs, you will get hit with a big bill.
Well, you said the sidewalks.
This
and
repavement,
the
painting
eaves?
of all the houses,
Oh.
painting and repair of the roofs, and replacement of the roofs,
that
actually.
seems like the board should have been on the
But-
ball with some sort of a reserve.
Unit owners waived it. They waived it year after year. So this is what happens when you waive. This is why
But the
Art
new laws
is
don't
a
apply
bright
to
guy.
HOAs, right?
New laws don't apply to HOAs,
so
Karen. That's right.
they can waive the reserves all the
So
way on
Art
down.
is a bright guy. Now, even if you live in an HOA, right, and they're not responsible for the roofs, so that means one day you're going to be responsible for your roof. Well, the average cost of repairing a roof is of replacing a roof is like at least $50,000. So if you think you're saving money here and you're going to beat the system somehow,
No.
the system will beat you at some point. Period. If you're either going to pay for your own roof or you're going to pay for everybody's roof at one time,
Right.
If you're not putting away money for at some point major repairs, and bottom line, in the end, the system will beat you. You will be the loser. That's the bottom line. Kathy says good morning to everybody. So does Rich. So does Janet. Rich writes in, if a condo board member votes to abstain, are they required to state why? No, they are not. They are not required to state why that they are abstaining. And so does Dr. Frankel writes in and says, good morning, everybody. How about we take our first call? Who do we got, VJ?
First up, Irene from Boynton Beach.
Good morning, Irene.
Good morning. Good afternoon already.
Right,
Thank
how are
you
you?
so much for taking my call. I've
Sure.
listened to your program many times. I'm here in an HOA for 24 years, and I've never had a problem. I think, as you said, I thank my board very much for doing a great job.
Good for you.
However, recently they are falling down on their job. We're going to be getting a letter in this week. I haven't gotten it yet. I thought I'd have it by today, and I didn't know that I would be on your program, but I'm here. It says that we are not allowed to put up a picture in our windows from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shocked by that. And I objected to it at the board meeting last week, and there was no response. I wonder if you could, they said that they had codes from the Palm Beach County Homeowners Association, et cetera, and
Okay.
I'm wondering what you think about that.
Kind
We're
of a
not allowed to
picture.
put up a picture
So it's-
from the inside of our house out.
So it's very
Of course,
common.
it is about the hostage situation in
Okay.
Israel. And there is a neighbor of mine whose grandson is one of the hostages, and I wanted to
I hear
support
it's
it,
terrific.
and they won't allow it.
I hear you loud and clear.
What is your opinion,
Okay.
may I ask?
Okay, so this is very common for condos and HOAs where you can't put items on your windows, showing outside, because if everybody did that, every home would have a different look, and the community would kind of look irregular, weird, disturbing, and we don't want that to happen in the community. Number two, I know you want to put, and please don't be offended by what I'm about to say, but I know you want to put up pictures on your windows that show the words kidnapped and who the people are that were kidnapped, and I get it. And you're talking to somebody that couldn't be more in favor of that, right? However, suppose you have a few people in the community that are on the opposite side, and they want to put pictures in their windows that say Free Palestine or Go Hamas or something like that. How would you feel if they cluttered all their windows?
I think it's a free country. I
Yeah.
may say what I want, and they can say what they want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold it back.
Yeah.
We have Ukrainian flags. We have Israeli flags.
Right.
They want us to take them down as well.
And this is what sometimes leads to discord in a community. I know you talk about free speech, but the reality is everybody says I have a First Amendment right in my country. I never lose that First Amendment right. Well, you do.
Yep, when you moved into that HOA.
Right. When you moved into an HOA, you signed a contract, in effect, to follow those documents. Those documents are in effect your contract. And if those documents say you shall not put anything in your windows, then guess what? You shall not put anything in your windows. That's
okay,
that's,
I will accept that.
yes, that's
But
what you
may
chose
I
to
ask
live
you
by.
Something else.
Yes.
We are a non-sectarian organization, non-sectarian homeowners. If they want to put up religious items in the lobby, can I object to it?
Oh, this is a hot topic. You know, it's just one of those topics that nobody's happy, whatever the answer is. So, you know, the board tries to do the right thing. The board puts up a Christmas tree. The board puts up some Hanukkah candles. They want to be nice about it. They don't want to offend anybody. But there's always going to be that one person that's going to be offended. If it's in the budget, I would say the board, you know, can certainly do it. If they bought these things in the past, they budgeted.
Is there a rule against or for?
No, there's nothing. You will probably not find anything in your condominium documents or your HOA documents.
I didn't find anything in the documents
Right.
for or against.
Right, exactly. I don't think you'd find anything for or against. If the board wants to make, you know, their decision to put something in the lobby,
So the common elements,
Yeah.
they can do
they
that,
can-
but she
yeah, they're
can't
not
put
making
it
a
in her
material change. They're not putting in something that's nailed down to the floor. They're putting down some decorative lights. You know, that's all. At best, that's what it is, or maybe a menorah that's lit by candles or something. That's it. Personally, I'm in favor of it. I think it gives the community a warm feeling. But is there always going to be someone that's going to bitch about it and say, "No, you can't do that, you're practicing religion"? Yeah, what do I call that person? A Scrooge. Right?
You just called.
Yeah, well, it's if you can, if that's something
Irene,
like that.
you're not a Scrooge.
Well, yes, she is. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not going to take that back. If something like that upsets you, right? That there's, you know, as long as they're doing both, they're not, you know, taking the side of one religion over another. As long as they're doing both or three religions, who cares? Can't we all live with each other in peace? I think it's a wonderful thing. So that's my 2 cents about it, Irene. Okay. Lighten up, okay? And how about we go to the next caller?
Whoa.
We have Eva in
Eva.
Jacksonville.
Eva. Well, I think I'm going to go back to Irene. I think she's saying, well, if I can't put that stuff in my
Yes,
windows,
right.
I don't want your stuff in the lobby.
'Cause
It's
we're
two different
non-sectarian,
things. It's
yeah.
two different things. Okay, who do we got? I'm sorry.
Eva?
Eva,
from
how are you, Eva?
Jacksonville.
Hey,
I'm here.
how are things in Jacksonville,
here.
Eva?
Good morning, Mr. Eric.
How are you?
Karen.
I
I live in the condo in Jacksonville. In end of the January, beginning of February this year, we won lawsuit against the builder for $30 million.
For millions of dollars, okay?
$30 million, right.
There you go.
And there's no meetings, no nothing, only one meeting was so far. Where the money went? Nobody from the association or from the board releasing any information whatsoever. I requested official records. They say only that we transfer the money to account. No account, no money, no nothing. I know you will tell me to go to DBPR, but DBPR is dysfunctional. Where is the millions of
Well,
dollars?
if you knew that I was going to tell you to go to the
Why did
DBPR,
you-
why did you call? Right, no, I'm not going to tell you to go to the
I'm
DBPR.
asking for some other advice.
Okay, so first of all, just because there was a judgment, I'm assuming there was a court trial, and at the trial you guys won and the judgment came in for $30 million. How long ago was that?
That was in February.
In
of this
February.
year.
Okay. It's very, very possible, right, that the builder put up in court a bond, right, a bond, which is probably, I think now it's what's required is 1.5 times your judgment. So let's say the developer put up like $45 million bond with the court in Jacksonville, the circuit court in Jacksonville. That would stay the execution on the judgment while an appeal is pending. Because my guess is if a developer got hit with a $30 million judgment, pretty good shot that they're appealing that
She
judgment.
said the funds went
Yeah.
into
No,
the
he said,
account.
no, this is done deal already.
You
Already
know,
was
hold on.
Settlement.
You know, oh, there was a settlement for $30 million.
She said the money
There was
went into the account.
settlement, and we received the money. And when I was requesting the record, they only emailed me what time the money was transferred to our account. But what account? We requested the exact sum of the money which was transferred to
Okay.
account.
Does that go to the
So,
unit
so
owners?
what?
Set up
So
the
hold on.
account.
Start over. Then let's do this. How about you start fresh? You write a certified letter to the association saying, I want access, right? Access to copies of any bank account showing where the funds from the developer settlement were placed.
Does
Okay?
that money go back to the unit
It
owners?
should. Sure, it should. Absolutely. Okay? So
No,
very,
we're going to fix the buildings.
very simple.
I'm going to fix the building.
Okay, they're going to fix the right. You would think with $30
Because
million.
the developer did
Right.
something wrong,
Okay,
and they have
right.
to
They
fix
served for $30 million, but if there's excess left over,
Yeah,
then
then
it should
you
go
get it.
back. Yeah, but they have to fix the buildings. But you should write a certified letter, return receipt requested to the association, saying I'd like copies of any bank account statement showing where the developer settlement funds were placed, and they have to give you access to those records within 10 business days. If they don't,
Call
yes,
Eric.
your only chance is to go to the DBPR and
You
file.
can't help her?
And yeah, you can, but if they don't listen to an attorney, then you got to file an arbitration case because they failed to give you access to those records.
Okay.
So yes, that's the process. But you know, there's all this money at stake. If they're ignoring you, and I guess they're ignoring others, how about a few of you get together and
Shouldn't
hire
that
an
be
attorney?
on the website?
Sure, all of that should be on the website, showing exactly where it
How
went.
many units do you have there?
If it's
each?
150, yeah. How many units in your
640.
community?
640.
Then they should be on the website.
600? Did you just say?
640.
Absolutely, then it should be on the website, 100%. So give us a call in the office, 954-983-1112, 954-983-1112. We'll help walk you through it, Eva. Okay? Anybody else, VJ?
Okay, thanks so much.
You got it.
Thank
We have Barry in Miami.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah, hi, Eric. Hi, Karen. How are
Good
you?
morning.
Good.
Good. The problem with building inspectors performing the visual inspection of a structural integrity reserve study, and Karen asked a question about that. She said they may be very good, and she's right. They may be very good. The problem that you could have is those building inspectors that not only do the visual inspection of a structural integrity reserve study, very often they issue, in addition to the report, a proposal to do all the fixes.
Right.
So they're not really, in a lot of cases, independent.
Right.
And that's where I have the problem. And it's true. It's also true of engineers who are performing milestone inspections. I heard one of them, a very prominent one, saying when he issues a milestone inspection, he also issues in the milestone inspection a separate proposal to prepare the consulting engineering work to fix the repairs.
Right.
So, a lot of this doesn't seem too kosher to me.
I get it. Hey, look, and the reality is, if work is to be done, and we always know there's going to be work to be done, don't you think the engineer is going to recommend his buddy to do the work as well?
Yes.
Right? I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Let's be honest about how this is going to work now. There's going to be a lot of hands, one hand washing the other, right? There's going to be a lot of engineers who are going to be working with a lot of specific friends of theirs as construction companies, and vice versa. And that's how it goes, and that's how it, has always gone. Like I said, I always like to talk about a case I had many years ago in Broward County, where the building was doing windows and painting at the same time, and the painting
yes.
required sandblasting. Right? So think of this. They put the windows in first, and we had an engineer on the job. Think of this. We had an engineer on the job. They put the brand new windows in first, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of windows. Then they decided to do the blasting of the building. Think sandblasting of the building. Think about that. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of windows damaged, had to all be thrown out. Now think about that. So contractors and engineers, did they work together? Are many of them buddies? Unquestionably, absolutely. How about this? Barry, I'll take it one further. How about sometimes I get asked to review a contract by an engineer? And remember, the condo's thinking that they're hiring this engineer to protect them from getting ripped off, right? And I look at the contract, and the contract says the engineer gets paid more money based upon the value of the contract with the contractor. As the money with the contractor goes up, so does their fee. So the engineer is not out there to protect you financially. It's just the opposite.
But if the engineer decided to put the windows in first and then sandblast, isn't it on him?
It's on him, and we sued him and all of that. Yes, but I'm saying oftentimes think of
Okay.
what I just told you.
Yeah.
That the engineer
It's
gets paid
contingent
more
on-
money if the job is higher. So, are you hiring an engineer to protect you, or are you hiring an engineer to rip you off? So, I never let my client sign a contract like that. Barry, this is just going on since time began, I guess. We all have friends that do certain things, and you can refer things to friends, and just that's the way it works. But you always bring our attention to things we need to just be aware of. And I think certainly you made us aware of that today. Thank you, Barry, like always. We got to take our bottom of the hour break. Taking the calls, everybody. 877-850-8585, 877-850-8585, or join us on YouTube at the Condo Craze and HOA's channel.
And a game changer for our customers. We run 2 dedicated fibers to each unit. No splitters, no cables. So, every resident gets uninterrupted blazing fast speed and military-grade data security. Our Wi-Fi 6 network deployment powers performance on multiple devices with no dead zones. And the QXC TV app makes everyday programming access a breeze with 3-day rewind and optional cloud DVR. QXC AON Fiber is where the industry is heading. Get connected today.
Is your condominium or HOA in need of accounting services? Look no further. Gerstel, Rosen & Goldenberg is one of South Florida's largest accounting and auditing firms, as recognized by the South Florida Business Journal, and is one of the few accounting firms uniquely specialized to provide accounting services to their growing condominium and homeowner association clientele throughout Florida. With primary offices in Aventura and Boca Raton, satellite offices in Naples and Orlando, and a professional staff of 65, Gerstel, Rosen & Goldenberg is prepared to meet the needs of any condominium or HOA in the state. The professionals at Gerstel, Rosen & Goldenberg also have experience working with timeshares, cooperatives, hotel condominiums, mixed-use buildings, and ancillary operations like restaurants, spas, and country clubs. Put their 25 years experience in your corner. Gerstel, Rosen & Goldenberg, 305-937-0116. That's 305-937-0116 or grgcpa.com.
Someday, you will need insurance. And for that day, you'll be glad you wrote down Insurco Insurance and Financial Services. Why? Because Insurco virtually insures everything. They're a full-line insurance agency that'll put together the best possible coverage and premium for almost anything. Need homeowners or condo insurance? Call Insurco. Need auto or motorcycle insurance? Call Insurco. How about golf cart insurance or trailer and RV insurance? Just call Insurco for a free quote. They're open every day. From renters insurance, officers and directors insurance, and personal liability umbrellas to all types of business insurance, boat insurance, cancer policies, life, health, and annuities. All you need is Insurco. Get a free quote. They service Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. Speak English and Spanish. Insurco Insurance and Financial Services. It's the only name you need. Office at 14401 West Sunrise Boulevard in Sunrise, inside Edmore Chevrolet.
Call 954-846-1206. 954-846-1206. That's 954-846-1206.
All over the world, people have plumbing problems. These problems can be expensive and destructive to fix. Have you ever wondered if there was a way to take care of your plumbing problems without destruction and an outrageous price tag? Welcome to Pipelining Technologies, Inc., where we specialize in fixing your problems without demolition and minimum cutting by means of pipelining. Pipelining is the ability to take a pipe damaged by root intrusion or long-term deterioration and make it new. By means of inserting an epoxy-saturated liner into the pipe and allowing it to harden or cure, leaving behind a brand new pipe.
That sounds great. How can I get pipelining in my home, commercial building, or condominium?
Simply fill out our online contact form and a pipelining representative will get in touch with you in a timely fashion. Or call us directly at 561-853-5463.
Welcome back to Condo Craze and HOAs here on 850 WFTL and our YouTube channel, Condo Craze and HOAs. What we have people that are chatting about what?
All kinds of things. Let's go back to the board. Alan writes in, can you request, I guess he's saying, documents for an emotional support animal's proof of needing the animal, a person showing proof
the
that
actual
they need the animal.
Doctor visit?
Yeah, and the answer to that is no.
Yeah, it's HIPAA.
That's a great question. If you go in and say, I want to see proof that Sally really needs this emotional support animal, I want to see her medical records. And medical records are one of those things that are a no-no, that associations are not allowed to give out anybody's medical records to anybody else. So, Alan, that's a good question, but the answer is no. Kathy writes in, Eric, if we have 3 board seats available and 3 people running for the board in our condo, not enough proxies or residents coming to our annual meeting, do the new board members go in by acclamation? And that's a great question, and the answer is yes.
Even if there's already 3 members of the board that are different from those running?
Yep, yeah, correct. Well, if 3 people are running for 3 seats, well, let's do it this way. If 3 people are running for 3 seats in a condo, the answer is absolutely you don't need an election. That's it. 3 people running for 3 seats. You would need an election if there were 4 people running for 3 seats.
Okay.
But not 3 people running for 3 seats. Now, in an HOA, basically the same thing. This is also about a case that this happened as a result of a case study one a couple of years ago. But in an HOA, it used to be that you need a quorum at the annual meeting to have the election. Well, it's very difficult to get a quorum at the HOA's annual meeting. Sometimes the community is 1,000 units.
Right.
It's hard to get 501 or even a third of that at the community meeting. So, as a result, again, of a case I won, here's how the law now changed. If in an HOA like this, like Kathy writes in, and they decide to take the nominees in advance of the meeting, just like in a condo, if in an HOA you decide to run it like a condo, and you're not required to take nominations from the floor at the annual meeting, if you have 3 people running for 3 seats, now it's irrelevant in an HOA too that you have a quorum or that you have an annual meeting, because you don't need an election because 3 people are running for 3 seats. An election is only required when you have 4 people running for 3 seats. Since you don't need an election, no quorum is necessary. The 3 people that submitted their names, they're the new board. So it works that way in HOAs too.
Now, do HOA boards roll over if no one's running against the sitting board?
An HOA board can roll over in the same case that I was just telling you about, but you can't roll over for a 2-year term.
Ooh.
So let's say they think we have staggered terms here and, we rolled over for 2 years. No, you did not. You roll over. The most you can roll over for is a 1-year term.
Okay.
You can never roll over for a 2-year term.
So somebody else has to run for it. Okay.
They have to run again next year.
Okay.
Those same people have to keep running again next year.
Oh, they have to run again.
Correct.
So they can run again and
again.
stay on the board, but they just don't roll over.
But they just don't roll over.
I got it.
Exactly. Okay. Jerry writes in something nice. What are we thankful for? Thankful for your show.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Dr. Frankel writes in, I'm thankful for Mr. Eric and Karen for spending time answering all our questions. Thank you so much, Dr. Frankel. She also writes in, I own a condo in Europe. Is the grass really greener on the other side? You don't know. We have things to complain about here, but no. I think she's saying
I think they call them flats in
flats.
Europe.
Certainly in London they do, right? But very, very thankful for Dr. Frankel.
Thank
Always
you.
tuning in. Who do we got on the phones, VJ?
George from Estero.
George.
Estero.
Is this George?
The greatest shopping outlets are in Estero. Oh, my God. I didn't just say that, right?
You did.
Question regarding an HOA that has the clubhouse that has the food and beverage operation. We lose money, and I know that everybody says every HOA loses money. Personally, I think that was an idea put forward 30 years ago by an HOA board and a couple of CAMs, and everybody's believed it for 30 years. But that's a different issue. We are open to the public, and we don't get a lot of outside guests, customers. But on a Sunday morning, we actually run a brunch. And like everything, we lose money on that brunch, but the outside customers pay the same as the members do. So we effectively are subsidizing outside people. So my question is, I think we should either not allow outside people or we should charge them more, because the way it is now, I don't mind supporting my fellow members, but I just don't like subsidizing somebody who walks in off the street, pays $12 for a brunch that costs us $20 to provide. I'm just wondering.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Now, this is a problem, not a problem. This is just something that's all around the state, and it typically in communities that are, quite frankly, more upscale, and they have the ability to have a restaurant on the premises. So, while they're at the pool, if they want to get up and go in and grab something to eat and come back and bring it to the pool and to have that luxury, think about it. That person that's opening up that business inside the condo is taking a huge, huge chance, because you say that they're open to the public, but like you say, nobody really outside of your condominium is going to that restaurant. It's not happening. So the pool of customers is so limited only to your community. So here's the reality. You are paying. You use the word subsidize, and you're absolutely correct. When you have that type of a restaurant in your community, if you want it, it's something great to have. It's an extra benefit. But if you want that benefit in your community, you're going to have to subsidize it. And yes, at the end of the year, it comes out that you paid more money per meal. And yes, that the people that came in from the outside are in fact paying less than what you paid. But do you get any vouchers when you pay? Do you get a certain amount of free food per year?
No, we have no minimum, because I know that would be contrary to the principle of our HOA. And I don't mind paying, in a sense, for my fellow owners. The thing that grates me is that anybody off the street can walk into our brunch, pay the same price as an owner does,
right?
And effectively,
I
end up supporting that.
I'll turn it around on you, right? I'll turn it around on you a little bit. And let's say you take away the ability right now for outsiders to come in, right? And that's it. No more outsiders. The next time that restaurant owner wants to negotiate that lease, that business arrangement with your community, what is he going to say? I have to charge the unit owners that live there more money because you now shut down my potential for outside customers. So now I have to charge the people that live there even more.
But why does
you're
it
looking at it, respectfully the wrong way.
Why does it have to run a deficit? Why?
Because it's one of those things it's a luxury to have in your community.
It never makes money?
No, they don't make money because the pool is limited. It's a luxury to the people that live there.
I understand your point, and the only other thing I would like to add is we don't contract out the restaurant. We actually hire the chefs, the staff.
Okay.
So in that sense, we're sort of self-managed,
Gotcha.
And we're self-managing ourselves into a huge financial hole.
Yeah, well,
but that's a different issue.
Is it an all-you-can-eat brunch?
One of the things I want to be thankful for is about a year and a half ago, you had significant input to a Sunday supplement to the New York Times magazine that described the entire problem with reserves and the condo collapse. I think people should go back and Google that. It was the New York Sunday magazine where you had a considerable input into that article describing what went on down here.
And I appreciate you remembering that. Yeah, that was
you were on 60 Minutes too.
And 60 Minutes, we had a year of a lot of unfortunately, a lot it had to do with the collapse in Surfside. I'd rather
you predicted everything going forward, and it's all happened.
Yeah, I'd rather get more famous in a different way. Certainly not off the backs of the 98 victims, but yeah, we had a lot of coverage in the press because of what we predicted, because of what we wanted, how we wanted the law changed. But yeah, thanks for remembering that. I really appreciate it. Okay, all right.
Thank you again, Eric. Thank you.
You got it. Be well. Let's do this. Let's take our final break of the hour. We are definitely running late. 8-7. Not many people called in and said what they're thankful for. People still want to. Yeah, he did. That's right. Thankful for my New York Times. That's what
Yes.
he was about. That's very nice. All right. What else are you guys thankful for in the few minutes
Let
we
us
got
know.
left? You got to do it quick. 877-850-8580.
Looking old, worn out, and in need of a fresh look? Then you need PD Painting to paint your property and make it look like new again. PD Painting will first properly prepare your home and condo and then use only the highest quality paint products. After many years in the painting industry, PD Painting has achieved a reputation for always delivering a reliable and professional finish. PD Painting is fully licensed and insured and offers a 7 to 10 year warranty. Their technicians are expert craftsmen. Let PD Painting handle all the details and then sit back and watch them restore your property and bring back that brand new look and feel. Need a service call? PD Painting will be there on the spot. Need financing? PD Painting can offer that too. Call PD Painting at 888-416-3204. Again, that's 888-416-3204. Go to the website pdpaintinginc.com. Need painting done in your home and community? Contact the experts at PD Painting.
This message is for anyone who has taken on the important responsibility of becoming an officer or director in a homeowner or condominium association. It is also for the management companies who work closely with these caring people to make sure things are done the right way. Hello, I'm Gil Pomar, South Florida Regional President for Center State Bank, now the second largest bank based in Florida. Our bank, Center State Bank, has an amazing team of professionals who are exclusively dedicated to the homeowner and condo association market. Your job is not easy. There are repairs and new projects that need financing. There are legal and social issues that need to be understood. There are also technology and servicing issues that your residents want to be improved. Why not choose a bank that knows this business backward and forward? Why not have a local banker who will meet with you face to face whenever it is convenient for you or your board? Center State Bank has over 2,000 associations as customers for a reason. Please give us a chance to earn your business. Call Terry Russo at 954-633-1666 to make it happen. Center State Bank is an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC.
Need an insurance evaluation, audit, or quotation for your condo association or homeowners association? If so, then you need to speak with our insurance experts at Mack Waltz. We insure over 800 associations, and we are the clear leader in this marketplace. Mack Waltz has been in business since 1989. We write insurance on billions of dollars of property values. We are an independent insurance agency representing insurance companies which specialize in condo and HOA insurance. The staff at Mack Waltz works closely with board members and property managers and regularly attends association meetings to help educate the association about their insurance policies. To learn more about how Mack Waltz can save you money and improve your insurance program, call now 954-640-6225 and ask for Greg Waltz. 954-640-6225. Mack Waltz Insurance Group. Let us protect your association. Back to the final segment of Condo Craze and HOAs on 850 WFTL and on our YouTube channel. We figured out our volume was down. Sorry, you could probably hear us better now on the YouTube channel. And
they're trying to muzzle me. They're trying.
That's right.
I'm not going to allow it.
It's a controversy.
All right. How about we go back to the board? Kathy writes in, I'm grateful for the show that Eric and Karen put on. It has helped us so much go down the right legal path in our condominium community living. Thank you so much. Kathy, Allen writes in, if you sign a no-dog contract when you move into a condo, what about emotional support dogs? Well, is there such a thing anymore as a no-animal community?
No.
There really isn't, because all somebody has to do is get that letter, basically, and show that, they need the animal to use and enjoy their condominium because they suffer from a disability. If they can show that they suffer from the disability, which hurts them with their walking, talking, eating, sleeping, working, any one of those things, and the dog helps them with those things, that's it. Irrelevant that you live in a no-dog community. If that dog helps that person live and enjoy your community better, that's it, they're in. But like I said before, if you want proof, if another unit owner wants proof that that unit owner, my neighbor, I want to see his medical records, can't see any of it, okay? Back to the calls. Who do we got, VJ?
Donata.
Donata, how are you, Donata?
Hey, Donata.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
How are you? What's going on?
Eric, I'm thankful that you're my lawyer.
Thank you, Donata.
In the past, I had 4 lawyers in the past for a leak in the roof and 10,000 penicillins of mold. And it took 5 years for a very unhappy settlement.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm happy. And it was big shot lawyers. One was even Trump's lawyer. And the other one is a famous company's lawyer.
Yeah.
And guess what? I was so unhappy, but I didn't have any option. So I'm thankful that you're my lawyer.
Are you saying I'm not a big shot lawyer? Is that what you're saying?
Are you Trump's
is that
lawyer?
A backhanded compliment there? I don't know.
No. One of the lawyers in the past had been even Trump's lawyer. No, so supposedly Trump hires big shot lawyers.
I gotcha.
Right? Well, he didn't do anything for me.
But they all broke attorney-client privilege.
I'm glad I was able to help you, Donata. And how about this? I'm thankful that you're my client. Okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving.
You too.
You got it. Who else we got, BJ?
Both of you.
Thank you.
Who else
We have
got?
John in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh.
How are you, John?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. How are you?
Great. I'm, technically disadvantaged here, being that I'm not a millennial. I have kids though that help me through. What I'm thankful for is reconnecting with Karen with a K. I'm John Cross with a C. Anyway, she used to live out here, ran for UH cross country in the early 80s. I think she escaped from Price of Paradise in about, 1985?
Yes.
And so I wanted to give you something to be thankful for, Karen. I don't have a, do you guys ever call it a HOA or just HOA?
Oh, well.
Be careful here. We're on a family show.
The only HOAs I know of are walking around on Cohill Avenue.
Oh, dear.
In any case, here's something for you that you be thankful for. I did a little research last night. The average condo price on Oahu is $515,000. Excuse me, 000. So $515K, I guess. And over there in Broward County, it's only 306.
Yeah.
So it's $500,000 over
Oahu's
there in
crazy.
Oahu.
Yeah, Oahu's nuts.
And you own a home, but you don't have HOAs in Hawaii?
I'm not sure because nobody's knocked on my door to ask me to join one yet. But
I got to believe that there are.
Yeah.
They must be, but I don't think. I live in an area that Karen also lived in at one time. It's called Hawaii Kai, which was an area that was drained by Henry Kaiser, many years ago. And I live on a canal, and I'm actually freezing outside because it's
in Hawaii
below 70 degrees right now, and I had to put a hoodie on, and I didn't want to wake my kids up. So I'm sitting outside under my gazebo along the waterfront here. But also, a single-family home on Oahu is over $1 million. The average sale price was $1,306,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Is Oahu the island that got really hurt by the
No,
fire?
Maui was the
Maui
fire.
was, okay.
Yeah, fire, yeah. Well, John, thank you so much. I am definitely thankful for you, Dr. Cross, for calling in from Hawaii. What time is it there anyway? I don't want to do the math.
I was going to make you do the math. It's just a little bit before 7.
Okay.
And,
well, thank you.
Thanks for calling in, John.
You guys have a lot lower prices there. One more fun fact is to have a comfortable living in Hawaii, you have to be a single person. You have to make $70K to $100K.
Yeah.
For a family, $120K.
That's why I left.
Yeah, it's unaffordable. Well, quite frankly, it's unaffordable here too.
It's $60K.
Yeah.
Only $60K where you're at.
Yeah.
For a single person, and $77K for a family.
Yeah.
So Karen, if you're thinking of moving back here, you're going to have to rob a bank. But you don't have to worry about the dye packs because people wear all colors of hair now, pink.
Okay.
Purple, so if
Thank
they
you.
explode on you, you can still come.
Thank you.
So I'm just happy to connect with you. And Eric, I got to give you what the non-baby boomers call it, props for having way too much hair for a man your age. But,
like Jesse Waters.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just happy to reconnect with Karen, and I'm grateful for that. And I like listening listening to your show, even though I don't have. I'm not in a.
Thanks,
condo and I
John.
don't have-
Thanks.
I'm not a
Aloha.
member of an HOA.
Mahalo.
Okay, aloha.
Be
Take
well,
care.
buddy. Thank you. All right, we got about a minute or two left. Any other calls?
No, we are out of
We
phone
are out of
calls.
calls. All right, Deborah writes in. Let's see. Richard writes in. How about this one? I'm very thankful for my ex-wife hasn't found out where I'm living. I love that one. That's awesome. Way to go, Richard.
What is he in the witness protection program?
I'm sure he wants to be. Let's see. Well, the archive. Okay, I think that's out. We're out of any comments from the board as well.
I just want
Great
to.
show.
I want to
Had a
say
lot of fun.
something about football coming up. Because
Yes.
tomorrow night it's going to be the Chiefs and the Eagles, a rematch of the
Oh, wow, nice.
Super Bowl. Taylor Swift's going to be there. Their parents, Travis Kelce and her parents, are meeting, and then his brother's on the Eagles team, right? So it's like a family reunion.
Unbelievable. Can you
It's going to be a huge
It's
game.
amazing what Taylor Swift is doing for the
For football.
attendance of football.
Yeah.
How girls who never obviously cared about football are suddenly
They
tuning
are.
in.
The other
Yeah.
thing is apparently a female sideline reporter just admitted she makes up her stuff.
Oh,
so
my
now when they go to these women and, I talked to the coach and he said this, I don't believe any of
And
them.
it really.
I don't believe
Wow,
any of them.
that's
Can you
a-
imagine?
that's-
Now she's trying to backtrack and go, oh, that's not true.
That's
She goes, I
wild.
make it all up. That's what we do. We make it all up.
Hey, VJ, you didn't give us an answer. What are you thankful for, buddy?
I am so thankful for you guys, Karen and Eric. You
We love
guys are
you.
wonderful. I love you guys every Sunday.
Well, let me
it's so
say
sad
this.
that you're leaving us, Eric.
Let me say this. You know, we've been through so many
Ah.
people, producers on the other end of the
Yes.
skull. And man, did we get lucky when you came along.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Solid as a rock.
I mean, solid as a rock. VJ, you are an asset to 850 WFTL. I want everybody to know that.
Thank you so
And we
much.
thank Jamie for running the cameras and the YouTube
my
show.
daughter, for running everything
She's
today.
beautiful.
All right.
We're thankful for you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. Really want to wish everybody a happy and a healthy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with you and your family. And, of course, we'll see you again next week, 11 a.m. on Condo Craze and HOAs. Have a wonderful, safe Thanksgiving.